Good morning. It is Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020. My name is Terry Morgan, and we are here to practice Tai Chi. And just because I got it, if you haven't done it yet, go vote. Today's it. Go get in line, go do it, go vote. Alright, I voted by mail, I checked my ballot, I voted, it was counted, we're good. Make sure you got yours in. Alright, let me get the music player up here so we can get started. We have our stretches, and then we have small room form Tai Chi that we're going to practice. Yesterday, I focused a lot on a concept that we have in Tai Chi, mind, no mind. We also have a concept of Wu Wei. These ideas are part of what makes Tai Chi special. They're part of the underlying foundation for practice, and they're unfortunately also almost inaccessible in some cases because the discussion is in Chinese. And if you don't understand the concepts in the language, and you can't make the connections between the concepts and what you're doing, right? Because you don't understand them, because they're in a different language, your skill level won't rise as quickly as it might otherwise, okay? And if you leave out some of these concepts, it's going to be just some physical exercise, and that's the tip of the iceberg for most Tai Chi practice, okay? The physical exercise is Bruce Lee's finger pointing at the moon. The exercise isn't the moon, it's the way to get there, okay? So as we're practicing, I really want to include some of these things because it's important to me. I'd rather my instruction be more complete and perhaps just a little bit confusing to some beginning level folks at first than to leave out too much and never get to it. So, and that's one of the things that I'm doing with these sessions is as I'm going through my forms, I'm also looking at those things that I've learned, that I've worked on, and trying to incorporate them in this practice so that for these sessions, I have some of that recorded. That was my intent for yesterday. Today, I want to continue that focus a little bit. So this idea of I'm going to pay attention to what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it in a very holistic and pardon my terminology here, a very Gestalt way. Gestalt is a very nice German word. It means a whole, everything, all together. So we want that, think about everything all together, not one. Now we want, we do that. This one, right now, this is all we're paying attention to. This one, now we're going to do this one. Now we're going to do this. We do that. This is a different type of practice. This is the practice that brings all of that together. Okay? So everything is one big ball, right? Lots of balls in Tai Chi, right? This circle, we have hold the ball here. We have lots of hold the ball. So the lower Tantian is a ball. So as we practice everything all together, that Gestalt, it's all one. We also want to let it go. none of the normal, what is measured as beta waves, right? We want to move as much as possible into a state where if we were hooked up, right, and brain waves could be measured, that most of the activity would be in the alpha range, not in the beta range. So beta is our normal waking state, verbal, lots of things. Alpha is this more holistic, this more gestalt, we're doing everything all at once, and it's almost like being both the observer and the director of your own action. And you're also a participant, so you get all of them. As we practice, let go. Whatever thought comes, let it pass through. Just let it go. Right? Nice music. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Relax the hip, open the lower back, the Ming Men. Grip the floor just a little bit with your toes. Pull up through the Yang Chuan. Hand circle to the front, breathe in. And back to both sides. Pull up. And reach out, bend the knees. As you follow through each small part of these movements, visualize the movement. Get a picture. What's it look like to you? Should be round. What do I need to do at each point in my circle to make the circle complete? Two more. Reach out. Last time. Stretch up, inward circle. Think about the pattern. Relax your body. Let your body follow the pattern. effort. Concentrate on following the circle. Two more. And come to center. And I want to pause for just a minute so that we don't get carried away with this kind of thing that I'm talking about here. This idea of using the mind to move the body. Getting out of your own way, letting your body relax, letting your body follow where your mind is taking it. I take my arm, I put my arm here, and I'm going to resist. You can do this. I actually want you to do this. Either arm, doesn't matter. One hand on the outside, the other hand on the inside. Push in opposite directions. So the outside hand is going to keep this hand from going out, and this hand is going to keep trying to push out. Right? Push, 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 push harder, push harder, push harder. Let your outside hand go. No effort. That's what we want. Left side, right side. Stand straight. Hand circle to the front. Back to both sides. Up along the center line. Turn to the left. And yes, it does take practice to get that feeling through the whole body. That's why we're here. Come to center. Right side. Let the mind direct the movement, the body follows. Come to center. Elbows drop down. Wrists. Fingertips. Hands return to your sides. Let's do our inward-outward stretch. Hand circle to the front. Back to both sides. Up along the center line. And again. Visualize where you're going, everything all together, all at the same time. Each point, as you come to it, your focus is now. Look inward. See the pattern. Relax the body. Extend. One more. Visualize the pattern. Big circle. Allow your body to follow the circle. Come to center. And stay there. This idea of allowing your body to follow the circle. Allowing your body to do something. Right? We practiced to develop the skills to loosen up the hip, bend the knees, understand what this pattern is, right? We've practiced that. It's fairly simple, which is why it's perfect, right? So it's just a circle. It's just a circle. There's no fancy turns. There's no hidden. It's a circle. It's a circle. But inside, as we're practicing, it gives us a tool to do oh so much more. All right, so this idea of let your body follow the circle. I have in mind the idea of the circle. I know how big it is. I know how far it extends from my body, right? I know how far, right? If I come over this way, I know how far my circle goes out this direction, right? So I know where my circle is. I've developed some flexibility through my body, through the exercise, right? Shoulders, hands, upper body, torso, ribs, waist, hips, everything's working. Legs, right? Upper leg, knees, ankles, feet, it's all working. I've developed some flexibility by doing the exercise. Now, we want to get the body out of the way and let the mind decide. This is part of Taiji. This is something that is fundamental to more advanced practice. It's the concept that as I think about whatever it is that I'm intending to do, intent, mind, thoughtfulness, I can do it. My body responds to what my mind tells it to do. At the beginning, it's really hard to make that happen. It really is. Body tends to be kind of stiff. It doesn't want to go there. It's you have an image in your mind, but your body is not going to let you do that. Right? With this exercise, we can. There's other things a little more difficult because this extends to everything. So with the circle, as we develop that skill, get the body out of the way, relax all of the muscles so that as we think about what we're doing, we just think about it, the body responds favorably by doing what we've asked it to do. My body responds to me pretty well, and sometimes it does things that I ask it to do and I probably shouldn't have asked, and I get injured. But this is the key, all right? So I want to move from what we're doing right now to, I had to check out the window there for a second, my cat's outside. I want to move from what we're doing right now with our stretches to our form practice. So skip our walking sets. Want to pay attention to this concept of no mind, mindfulness, and this Gestalt concept that I'm talking about, where as we get started, you already have in your mind all of the moves that you're going to do. And as we work through the form, when we come to the move that is next, it appears for you, right? Effortless, away, no effort. Effortless. Right? Let's try it. Feet together. Stand straight. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, salute. Breathe out. Breathe in, all the way down to the right, open the left. It's all there. And breathe in. Each movement appears as you need it. Lead with your mind. See the movement and allow your body to execute that movement. No effort. Where does the movement go? See it in your mind. Let your body follow. And turn. Turn down the noise. See it, follow through. Each move. Part of the whole. Turn, single whip, extend, open hands, close the left foot and salute. We'll do again. This method of practice is one that I use most of the time. The idea that I don't want to be verbal while I'm practicing is something that it reappears for me repeatedly in my studies and in my teaching. There are times when I have to be verbal. I have to explain something, right? And there are also, particularly with these sets, it's useful to call out the name of the move so that you know what to do next. We're not in the same room. It's hard to follow through video anyway. So having some prompts to be able to follow a little bit more closely is useful. All right? It detracts from this idea of alpha, paying less attention to verbal, that ding, 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 laundry list of things that we go down when we're thinking about talking and being verbal, right? This is, see the picture. It's not verbal. It's the other side of the brain. So it's a little bit harder to follow sometimes. What I want to encourage you to try and do is, as you're practicing, even if you just need to take a snippet, not the whole form, just part of it, maybe the first part that I taught up to crossing hands, maybe take that part and try and visualize that and work through that and then add on a little bit more. You can do it with individual movements as well. So you set yourself up. I know what this movement, it's this arm exercise, right? I know what the movement is. I know where my foot's supposed to go. I know where my hand's supposed to go. I know which breathing cycle I'm supposed to be trying to use. I know what my movement dynamic is. Now, let it go. All right? This is one of the I'm going to say it this way, it's probably one of the most critical things in learning Tai Chi, is this idea that you're not using physical muscle to do most of what you're doing. Yeah, my legs are strong. I've been doing this for a while. I got a lot of physical muscle in my legs. But it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that in my mind, I'm paying attention to what kind of movement I want my legs to do, where my balance is, and how I can move smoothly through whatever I'm doing to the next. Right? So if my legs are not strong enough to support me, that's a problem. Beyond that, it's not the legs doing right now. I mean, there's other exercises I can do. The legs are doing a whole lot of work. Right now, the legs are not doing that much work. It's all me thinking about what I want my legs to do. Legs, would you please? Right? And them saying, yeah, sure, no problem. Right? Try again. Feet together. Stand straight. Relax the body. Open the mind. Breathe in. Salute. All the way down to the right. Open the left. Breathe in. See the movement in your mind. Allow your body to do what you see. Follow through. My cat is being a distraction. Step up. Relax. Let the body do the movement. Use the mind. Close the door. Turn. See the movement in your mind. Follow the pattern. It's all part of a circle. All right? Yang is open, Yin is closed. Both work together. Turn, palms up, close the right foot, straighten, feet together, salute, stay there. Open and close, forward and back, yin and yang. It all works together. The more you can focus your mind on, not the cat, alright? The more you can focus your mind on this much more holistic idea that it's all working together and it's all connected, that will give you much more insight to the movements in the form, because we have the postures and then we have how you get there, right? You have to have both. And then there's more on top of that. Today I added a little bit more of the internal workmanship, the kinds of things that we're paying attention to, that unless you know to look for them, unless you know that these are supposed to be there, that this is something that belongs to the art, you won't see it. It's not the outward movement. It's inside. This is why we call it the internal arts, right? Okay, so I'll be back tomorrow. We'll continue this a little bit more. And then Thursday and Friday we have Qigong. If you haven't done it, go vote. Please go vote. Thank you. Bye.